Hey everyone, it's Maribel Blue. Welcome to the panel discussion here with Bishop. You know, we got some videos that we're going to queue up and have a discussion. So if you are new here, welcome to this channel. Please do take a moment and consider subscribing. It is the best way to comment and hit the bell notification. That way you will get notified when I upload a new video. And if you are not new, welcome back. Bishop and I, we were talking offline. We love talking about everything that's going on in the world of politics. So we have a few different videos that we would like to discuss. But before we go ahead and do that, I just want to invite Bishop to see if she has a few words of what she's feeling about everything that's going on in the world.
I just feel like I have been dropped off in the middle of a ghetto that is unfamiliar to me. And I don't have any bus fare or Uber fare to get out. And I
Yes.
have to walk to get out, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. That's how I feel right now. Things are really interesting.
Do you know that SpongeBob episode when they get dropped off to that world? Forget what it's called now. That episode drove me insane because they kept trying to get the bus and the bus never showed up. It was just chaotic. I remember this guy, he goes, "Oh, I don't like that episode. It really upset me." Because you want SpongeBob and Patrick to go home
Yep,
and there were
but
all
they
this
can't.
there was this chaos going on just to get the damn bus so they can go back to Bikini Bottom.
That is America. That is America. That is exactly what we are right now.
So today we're going to talk about some tidbit that I found online where Donald Trump's granddaughter lied about the cheering that happened when Donald Trump was invading the Knicks game.
Delaying greatness. That's what he did.
You know, I just don't understand and will never understand people when they're like, "Oh, yeah, no, that's not the way it happened." And there's a video out where the whole world saw it in real time. And we know how we saw it. So I'm going to go
Yep.
ahead and cue up this video just so we could see what exactly she lied about. And this is from the YouTube channel Really American.
Okay.
I mean, hey, some people don't like me. I mean, 50% of the world doesn't like me because my last name, but like they don't actually know me. So like, I'm hoping if people actually give me a shot and like not look at like the last name, then I won't have any ops. But we'll see.
Yes, that would be young Miss Kai Trump, 19 years old, and the granddaughter of Donald Trump, soon to be 80. And she's lamenting that people don't like her last name and should get to know her for her. Aw, even though she's a multimillionaire solely because of the fact that her last name was Trump and she just got busted spreading straight up propaganda for Grandpa Donnie. So I'd say that she is giving the world plenty of reason to pile on her, which I'm about to do as well. I'll explain the propaganda and the self enrichment right after you hit subscribe to Really American Media right here on YouTube. And go find us over on Substack as well.
Does that happen often? Are people screaming shit at you?
I've had one time I was out in public and someone literally walked up to me to tell me that my grandma sucks. I'm like, well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to say that. Like, great. What do you want me to say to that?
Well,
Hold
I
up,
would like you
hold
to
up.
say
Look at who she's getting interviewed by.
Who was that?
That was that Paul, something Paul, those
Oh,
brothers.
Jake Paul. Are you kidding? Okay. All right. Okay.
Let's continue.
that you're embarrassed by what he has done, and since you hitch rides with him to major events and sell your shitty merch from the front porch of the White House, that you understand why a whole one person would name shame you. But I guess you wouldn't be a very good Trump if you weren't disconnected from reality and the plight of being a non-millionaire, just because not all of us popped out of the right womb. And Miss Kai, well, she hitched another ride with Emperor Trump this past Monday night to the Knicks NBA playoff game in New York City, and she quickly saw up close and personal that way more than 50% of the people despise her grandpappy.
Whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. His blessings and bright
Yep, and I'm sure you have seen that clip of him getting booed. That particular video was put together by the very conservative, Trump loving New York Post, and not even they could deny that Trump was getting booed. And if you have functioning ears, it would be hard to say otherwise. So that's why the internet is freaking out over this video that Kai Trump just posted of that exact same moment. See if you can pick up on the propaganda. I'm sorry, what in the actual fuck? Did you notice that all of the boos are gone and have been replaced with cheers? What a pathetic attempt to whitewash history in real time. Kai is definitely a Trump, and allow me to demonstrate how easy that is to do right there. I am the greatest podcaster in the history of the universe. Yes, yes. No, I need bigger applause. Come on, let me hear it. Ah, yes, the people love me.
Can I say I am not surprised that she did that, because to be a Trump is to not accept reality. It is to
Right.
create your own reality. That's just what they do. And I and what to me was most interesting about that video was her reaction to him getting booed as well.
Mm-hmm.
She enjoyed that, just like he enjoyed it. He was smiling too. So, Trump is a huge threat, but the generation that comes way after him, that has watched where he has made mistakes and they figured out and they see where his successes are too, those are the ones to really be concerned about. You understand?
You
Because
bring
Kai
up a
Trump grows up.
You bring up a very good point, and I want to touch upon that. This is something that concerns me that I don't speak about it out loud. I don't think that enough people are actually talking about it. How do we start teaching this new generation? How do we advise them that these oldsters who are perpetuating this shit is actual bullshit? How many times, I don't know if you go on lives in the evenings. I moderate for these two ladies, right? Conversational corner. And sometimes these people go up there and I don't know what land they're living in. Young men, some of them Latinos and black. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, where in your mind do you believe that rich people actually care about your well-being? You're talking about stocks, you're talking about crypto, you're probably living in a dilapidated apartment on the Grand Concourse in the Bronx. Like, just stop the bullshit. What
But that means
land
the
of the
programming
living?
is working. The
Correct.
programming is working because in their minds, they have more in common with Elon Musk than they do their neighbor. That's literally how they operate. And I'm always confused because I am pretty sure Elon Musk is never thinking about how he can make your life better. But you're always concerned about nothing that is ever done to make his life worse. I don't understand why, but I get why. It's that disassociation because a lot of them don't like their lives. So it's easier to pretend that I identify with that rich guy than it is to say I'm caught up in the struggle just like you are. You know, they just pretend that they're not. That's the only conclusion I can come to because it doesn't make any sense. It's like Elon Musk, he's not even a good guy. I could say, I could see if you're talking about a rich person that you could say, okay, that person seems like they have some good morals and some good character. This isn't even one of those people. They're
No,
just
you're right.
worshiping mess.
You're absolutely right. There is no way, even us as women, how would we be able to identify with Elon Musk right now? His company went public recently, making him the first trillionaire. And I don't know if the people who directly work for him also, because you know how they offer the stock option,
Hmm.
whether they are also making money.
I
But
saw like 80 people had instantly become millionaires because they had been paid in some, like they had gotten a cheaper
okay.
salary in exchange for some stock options that had a certain total. Like one guy, his stuff now is going to be worth over $5 million. So it's, life changing money for him,
Mhm.
of course, in his family. Kind of like AOL back in the day. You remember when AOL created our first batch of millionaires, and it's just been downhill ever since.
I can't believe you brought that up. My mind just zapped over to like that noise. Trying to get online. Why is it taking so long? Everybody get off the internet.
You've got mail.
Oh, I just lost my train of thought. The AOL. Oh, this is what I was going to ask. And I'm not sure if you would know the answer to it, but because of these, 80 people that have possibly become millionaires, is it a stock option where they have to wait to take out that money to when they retire, or is it some kind of a different, you know what I mean? You know, when you work at corporate jobs, whatever it is that you want out of your paycheck, and it automatically goes into that retirement
That
fund.
I'm unsure if it's a
Hmm.
retirement fund situation or they get to do the kind of AOL thing. That I'm unsure of. I just know that they're going to end up being millionaires. This is what again, but this is what I read on the internet. That don't
Hmm.
make it true. Yeah,
Right.
but that's what I did read, and I'm pretty sure, like in companies like that, because I've worked in certain companies that they will give you stock options
Hmm.
because their salaries, their money isn't always necessarily as competitive
Right.
as others. They're just saying, take a chance on me.
Hmm.
I'm going to pay out in the end. And in exchange for that, I'm going to give you some stock options. And when it pays out in the end, you'll be better off for it. So even though you didn't get it up front, you're going to get it on the back end.
Right.
So I just don't understand how SpaceX is worth so much, considering its performance, considering its portfolio.
Hmm.
I just don't understand how it, but I get it. I mean, to me, honestly, I think it goes back to that whole pump and dump thing.
Right.
A lot of people are getting rich just doing the whole pump and dump promotion. Make something seem like it's, this really awesome thing. You get in cheap. You got money, so you get in real cheap. But then you start pumping it up, making it seem like it's this big old thing. And then when it reaches its heights of heights, you get out right before the bottom falls out, because you know the bottom's gonna fall out, because you know when the bottom's gonna fall out. And you
Hmm.
get right out before that falls out, and you leave all those other people left holding the bag. It's kind of like with True Social. All those
Yes.
people put all that money into Truth Social, and now it's like worth nothing.
Hmm.
And I'm
Hmm.
going, you put your entire retirement savings into that and got. And we're going to continue to see that because there's no government oversight right now. So this is the perfect opportunity for criminals to do as much crime as they want to do. Because frankly, there are no rules right now for
Hmm.
anybody,
Hmm.
honestly.
You reminded me of something. Hold up. Let me
Okay.
pull it up. So there was a guy named Adam Newman who started this company called WeWork.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, good. So he was renting out office space. Basically, he built something where if people wanted to collaborate ideas with new business, they can meet other people within this WeWork space.
Okay.
And when you think about it on a bigger scope, you have a lot of people who are super creative, super innovative, and how wonderful to be able to rent an office space where you can work away from whatever environment that you're in, maybe collaborate with other people who have similar ideas, and you're able to build upon the business. What happened with Adam Newman is he took it a step too far. He wanted to infiltrate into other people's businesses. And what he started to do was build like a multi-level marketing type thing where he built an apartment complex for people, and it was weird. Like, I remember watching a documentary, I forget if it was on Hulu or on Netflix, where somebody said they went to visit them at their apartment and they just got like a strange vibe. Adam Newman also started holding events away from offices that became mandatory.
Okay.
And he would stand there on the podium speaking for hours, not caring about if people needed to go to the bathroom, if they needed to eat or whatever. It became about him. And I say all this to say, he started doing that evaluation, the valuation with the company to make it public. And what had happened was it could not be done. Because when they started asking him questions, he couldn't answer those questions. He would cancel the meeting or he would walk away. I'm going to find where it was, because it's a very interesting documentary of basically American greed.
Okay.
On how people come up with an idea and they realize through that idea, if you can make your company public, it can make you an instant millionaire. As a result of it. But there's a big responsibility when you want to, or if you're interested in making your company public, you have a responsibility to those stockholders. And I think people forget that part. They love the part of becoming a millionaire. They see that part instant, but the other part, they just conveniently forget. And it's like, no, you can't do that. Once your company becomes a public company, you are responsible on a bigger scope. And if you cannot be responsible like that, maybe you shouldn't be a public company.
Yep. People don't think about that, because essentially going public is saying now, instead of having one boss, one owner, there is a collection of owners and bosses that have invested in this company that I have to listen to in order to, continue to receive their investment.
Right.
So that I can continue this operation. And I liked, quiet as kept, I liked life better when there weren't so many public companies. Frankly, life was a lot better. Businesses were a lot better.
Yes.
When they were public, when they were privately owned, were not traded on the public stock market, because then they were not beholden to shareholders who sometimes reward you for doing things that you shouldn't do, that don't make logical sense, or not for the greater good, for not just the business, but for society and humanity. Like Target is a great example. Target is a great example. Being a publicly traded company, they do a lot of silly things to try to respond to the masses of public investors, versus being a privately owned institution. Then probably they would pick better leadership, make better decisions. They wouldn't be so quick to run like a dog chasing a car when folks say we don't have to do DEI no more.
Right.
And still always be constantly trying to find ways to get back to where they were. But they've lost a lot of traction and a lot of space with that unnecessary self-inflicted wound.
Yes.
Because that's what that was. Target didn't have to do that to themselves, but Target walked themselves into a boycott with that. That was the crazy part.
They set themselves up.
Who does that? Who says, you know what, we're not for diversity over here? Well, even if you believe that, even if you're going to get rid of it, why make an announcement?
Right.
That's where I just...
It's kind of like that person that we've seen, Tizzy cover and Dinesh cover, where they own their own business and they're out arguing with people with a
Yep.
logo on their shirt, there's always something that's going to give you away. There's
Be
always
careful.
something.
Be careful.
And it's like one day you had a business, now the next day you don't.
Did you see the lady, the realtor from Texas, just got yesterday on social media?
No.
So she was on. She put up a post on social media of a AI picture. I think it was kind of an AI picture, yeah, of Carmelo, the young boy who just got
Yes.
sentenced.
Yes.
She said he is watermelon happy or something like that. It was very racist. I mean, like it was full-fledged racist. And she's laughing. Like, she's like, you know, he got what he deserved, this, that, and the other. So people was like, oh, you out of Texas? Oh, you a realtor? Oh, you work for that realty company? Contacted her employer, but and I saw the picture from the real estate firm she worked for, where they said they were made aware of an incident that had occurred online that didn't reflect the values of their business. And because even if it does, you don't want people to know that shit because you
Right.
want customers, right? So they're like, yep, she know that person has been terminated.
And that's the thing that I bring up all the time with people. Where is the understanding of the domino effect? When you knock the domino in the front, the rest are going to go down. People make a sport out of it.
Bam. The
So,
sport is seeing you fall.
right. Exactly. Exactly. So, like, why even put yourself there to get set up to fall down? It doesn't make any sense. And I always go back, I revert back to Sesame Street. Had you watched Sesame Street, you wouldn't be in the position that you're in now. You would allow yourself to use your critical thinking skills to say, you know what? If I make this decision, this can happen. But if I make this decision, that may happen. And
Yep.
maybe that's a better option. There isn't the capacity to critically think anymore.
I was about to say that there are no critical thinking skills, so people can't have conversations with themselves like that to keep themselves from doing impulsive things
Right.
that put them in a position to lose their jobs because they don't sit there and really think, what is the consequence? You have a right, and I always say, and I remind my children of this, you do have a right to free speech, absolutely, positively. However, that freedom does not mean you are free from the consequences of your speech.
Right.
So you can say whatever you want, but there are consequences that can happen in society for saying whatever you want. So be mindful about what you say, because once you say it, it's already out there.
Right. You're
It's,
right.
it's already out there, and you can try to do damage control, but people never look at you the way that they used to look at you.
Absolutely. The apology video, the apology tour is never going to
matter.
hold water because people will remember that one instance. And your relationship with whoever it is, the people, is now tainted. And then when you think about companies who don't want to have that taint on them, it's easier to get rid of that person than to keep them on there and have to deal with the ramifications of having that kind of a person who puts things like that out on social media and think that they're not going to get found out. In one way or another, you will get found out. The best comment you can make about something that you, in your head, you're privately celebrating is by not saying shit. Shut the fuck up. Just
Yep.
shut up. Keep your stupid ass comments to yourself. There is something bigger going on with Carmelo Anthony and that Metcalf family. Something much bigger that we probably have never seen, can probably never understand. I have my own personal opinions about the Metcalf family, but I will keep those opinions to myself. We can talk about it offline because I have, like I said, I have my own thoughts and opinions, but I would prefer to have those conversations in private than to have them out loud because I don't want to be attacked because of ignorance. And that's
Right.
that.
Understood.
But when you think about people who behave in this way, going back to Kai Trump and dubbing a sound that's not real to make herself look good and thinking that she's not going to get found out. She's cut from the same cloth. This whole entire family. You've got Ivanka Trump talking about Trunk, I called her. You've got Ivanka Trump talking about this whole private island thing. What are you, Christopher Columbus now? You're making discoveries and you think you can just go in and infiltrate an island? From what I understand, this island near Albania is an island for wildlife. I mean, if she really wants to go to an undiscovered land and infiltrate there, I think she should go to the Sentinel Island.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Her cockiness, look, her cockiness though, I love the Trumps and how they love to brag. And her bragging exposed a deal that was done illegally because it was supposed to be done through the government and it wasn't. It was just a one-off official that decided to do the deal. So they have frozen Jared Kushner's assets in Albania towards doing anything with that property. They have blocked the ability for them to do anything with the property. So they would have been able to do whatever they wanted to do.
Right.
But Trumpers, being Trumpers, they always have to brag when they feel like they got away with something. They can't just, they're not like, look, other nefarious rich people. Because you know, like most evil rich people, they do sneaky, underhanded stuff, but they're quiet about their stuff. You know what I mean? They just move in silence, but they get it done. Not the Trumps. The Trumps have to talk to people, go on podcasts,
Yep.
put it on Truth Social, Twitter, and it's like that's the thing that always gets them in trouble. And so I don't think that Ivanka and Jared are going to stop. Certainly. Now, so even if that Albania thing doesn't work out, they'll still be on the hunt for a private island so they can build their resort. I don't know why they don't just wait until Israel finishes doing what they've given, what their dad has given permission for Israel to do to Palestine, and then they can have beachfront property where the Palestinians used to be. But maybe that doesn't have a good look. Maybe it's because Gwyneth Paltrow is already trying to do that.
I never liked her. And it's funny that you bring up Gwyneth Paltrow because she's actually the cousin to the woman who married Adam Newman. They're all connected. They're all connected.
No surprise.
They're
No
all
surprise.
connected. I remember
No
talking to a
surprise.
friend of mine years ago, and he told me, he goes, just follow the trail. Just follow the breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Same way with Epstein, just follow the breadcrumbs.
Yep.
How did Trump get to Epstein? Well, it started way back when he was involved with John Casablancas. Just
That's what we
follow the
say.
breadcrumbs.
That's why we say it's no coincidences. There are no coincidences. Everything that you see is the result of intentional decisions
Correct.
and relationships. People may say, I don't know that person. I didn't really know that person. Listen, the reality of the decisions and the choices that were made after that prove otherwise. You can say one thing, but reality proves it to be something else, you know. But people gon' people.
So I just want to say one more thing because I don't know if you're familiar with the Sentinel Islands. Have you heard about the
I
Sentinel
have, I have,
Islands?
I have.
Okay.
I had caught your joke when you had said it.
Oh, okay, okay.
I agree. That's where they should be. But the
'Cause, you know-
Trumpers being the Trumpers,
Because, you
no.
know, those people, the Indian government, you know, they fly over a plane and throw down food to them.
Wow. Yeah, and it would be lovely
Or
if they
they
could just throw
fly
down
over
something
just
with
to make
Trump.
sure.
Could
Right.
you imagine the pictures we could get from that? We send Trump there and they just throwing down care packages, you know, and then we get to see aerial video of Trump like,
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to end it from here. People can leave their comments down below on I mean, basically this video is about faking the funk, you know, faking sounds, faking a lifestyle. I mean, clearly she's not faking a lifestyle. We all know that she's rich. She comes from a rich family. But the idea that just because you have money, it doesn't give you permission to hurt other people for you to gain more money.
yep.
Any closing thoughts do you have, Bishop?
Just it runs in their DNA, and it's to be expected to create their own realities. It is easier for them to create their own realities than it is to change their behavior. So, hey, they learn from the best, and that's grandpa. So
Pretty
it is
much.
what it
Pretty
is.
much. Well, I want to thank everybody for taking the time out and watching this video. Again, please do subscribe. This is Maribel Blue and Bishop signing off. As always, remember, be good to yourself, be good to each other. Most importantly, take care of you. Bye, everybody.